Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from Kenzie.
Kenzie says, hello there, Ben and Nathan. I've been watching your YouTube videos for a while now, and I love hearing the advice you give out. Aw, thanks, Kenzie. I started studying for the LSAT at the beginning of December 2022. I have jumped around a few programs and have been subscribed to Demon Live for about 2 weeks now and have been loving it. Excellent. Demon Live is our flagship product. If you're wondering where you should start with LSAT Demon, you should start with a free account. If you're wondering where you should go from there, 1 month of Demon Live, I think, will blow your mind. I think it will transform the way you think about the law school admission test. I think you'll start to realize how easy the test actually is. That's why people love it. From there, you could always downgrade into more of a self-study type of a use of the Demon. But in 1 month, man, you come to my classes, come to Ben's classes, come to our entire amazing team, all their classes, talk to a bunch of people who have used our methods and achieved fantastic scores. Yeah, super happy to have you, Kenzie. I've quickly adopted the philosophy of the Demon regarding the law school admissions process, but my situation is a bit different, so I'd love to hear what you both have to say. I was originally signed up to take the February test and ended up withdrawing the day before because I had a stomach bug. This was probably God sending me one last sign not to take the test. I haven't signed up for another test yet because I am definitely not ready. My diagnostic was a 148 and the highest I have scored on a practice test is 154. I am wanting to score consistently at least in the 160 range before I sign up for another test. Okay, so everything so far sounds totally unobjectionable. Although with a diagnostic of 148, I think you're selling yourself a bit short if you settle for a 160. You're not even, you're not there yet. So you definitely have no business signing up for a test.
But you can go further, most likely.
Yeah, your goal needs to be as high as I can score, not any number.
Yep.
My problem is I am a junior in undergrad and I am a volleyball player. Our season goes from late August to early December and we play almost every weekend on Fridays and Saturdays. Let's say I start scoring in the 160s around September. Okay, so all right, like now we're masturbating, right?
Yep, yep.
Also, why is it going to take you until September? It ain't going to take you until September, Kenzie. You're going to reach that goal way faster than September. 148 diagnostic, you're in the mid 150s now and you're studying with LSAT Demon Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't going to take you till September.
It's February.
It's February now. Like, talk to us in April because you're going to be asking different questions.
Yep.
Anyway, let's say I do start scoring in the 160s around September. I highly doubt I will be able to take a test until December at the very earliest. Do you think I should aim to take June or August? Oh my God. Before my season starts, blah, blah, blah. Okay, listen, Kenzie, the advice is simple. Ben, I think I can let you deliver the advice. Well, what should Kenzie do instead of all of this forward planning and looking at all these test dates? Like, what is a more civilized that Kenzie could address this whole problem?
Just focus on getting the best score you can possibly get whenever you're ready, and then make plans. So that might be December, that might be August. Just wait until your practice test scores are 165-ish and then sign up. And if you're in the middle of your volleyball season when that happens, then you sign up in December, you take the test in December, and then you take it again in January, and you probably take it again in February.
Well, Kenzie, if you're going to be any kind of successful lawyer, you're going to make some sacrifices that are in favor of your career, not your extracurriculars. I understand that your teammates are counting on you, etc. But the LSAT is a critical, important part of your future. It is wildly more important than one damn volleyball match.
Yeah, so I agree. I agree with that. I actually don't mind her delaying because I think it would give her more opportunities to take the test without this pressure of like, oh, I took it in September and now I need to turn around and apply. You know,
I'm not encouraging anybody to rush into anything. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But I am encouraging people to take agency. You have to be your own best advocate. And that is, you have to advocate for yourself, even with the people who love you the most, which is your teammates, your coach, your fans, whatever.
Yeah.
You should be focusing on your LSAT prep when you have time to prep. And if you choose volleyball over LSAT, that's totally fine. Just don't even think about LSAT at all and wait until you're done with volleyball. Yeah. But if you're going to do volleyball alongside LSAT prep, you're telling me that the LSAT is important to you for your future, for your career, and sacrificing a single day in order to take because that's all it's going to take, right? Like, I don't give a shit how big your volleyball season is. I understand that it's intense. You can take the damn LSAT during volleyball season. It might require you to miss one match or one whatever.
But does it even? I mean, your games on Fridays and Saturdays.
It probably doesn't.
You could probably take it on Sunday, or you could take it for Saturday night because your game was in the morning, or you take it Saturday morning because your game was at night. Like,
LSAC has options. Yeah. There are dates that you can substitute in. You can call them, you can reach out, you can ask them if there's ways that you can get around this. But you take the LSAT at home, or you take it on a computer, right? So if you're traveling across the country and you're in a hotel because of some big volleyball match, there's no reason why you can't take the LSAT in that hotel.
Yeah, if you can take a practice test there, then you can take the official test. There's no problem.
Right. So, Kenzie, you're getting so bound up on when is my official test date going to be. Stop thinking about it. Who cares? Who cares? Take care of business. Business is your school, your athletics, and your LSAT preparation. And you should just be doing your LSAT preparation entirely independent of when you're going to take the official test. Just
keep going until you get great scores on your practice tests, and then you're set.
And then sign up for the next test that works for you.
Yeah. And
if that means you have to push it, right, exactly. If that means you have to push it a cycle, then you have to push it a cycle. Who cares? Like, we already said that you settling for a 160 would be a bad idea anyway. So if you end up having to push the LSAT all the way out to December or whenever it is, well, then wait for law school for another year. It'll always be there. You'll be graduating from law school before you know it.
That's the best thing that might happen to you.
Is that you wait another year?
Well, because you're in volleyball, so then you have to wait till December, and then you're like, okay, well, I've given up on this artificial timeline of trying to apply this September, and now you have multiple tests ahead of you that allows you to take it 5 times without feeling some unnecessary imaginary pressure, and those 5 shots give you, even with just variance, a 5-point gain.
I'm going to start
astronomically different.
Yeah, you're allowed to take the test 5 times in one calendar year. That's like the easiest way to think about it instead of their thing with the cycles and the different levels of restrictions, right? It's like, well, basically you can take it 5 times in one calendar year.
Yep.
There is a restriction that it's 3 times within one cycle though. So you got to look at the cycle reset that happens in August. But yeah, as long as you take it 2 times before August and 3 times after August, or 3 times before August and 2 times after August, then you can take it 5 times in one calendar year. And what you really should do is just wait until your practice scores indicate that you're ready to take the test. Then sign up for whatever the next test is that works for you. Then also plan on taking it 4 more times after that, if necessary. That way you have no pressure on the day of the official test. Then you never take an official test that you're not like totally ready for.
Yep.
And as soon as you get a killer score that you're happy applying with, then you stop.
Yeah.
But you can't plan it in advance. If you're going to really follow our advice, you have to take it one little tiny bite at a time.
Yep.
Kenzie says, P.S. I have a feeling you guys might suggest a gap year, which I have a plan to take if need be. Also, I'm feeling that you guys might be skeptical of me studying for the LSAT during my undergrad. I'm an accounting major with a 4.0 GPA, and I am able to study for the LSAT while getting perfect grades.
Shit, nice.
Yeah,
that's
you're
great.
Fucking badass, Kenzie. That's amazing. Look forward to seeing you in class.
Wait, sorry, one more thing here. I mean, we should say this always, and I think we were saying this, but the 4.0 just makes it even more important. Don't settle for a 165.
A 160.
Or
Kenzie's talking about the 160 range,
Go for the 170s and go to the best schools in the world. Like that, Kenzie, you got this.
Yeah. Like, okay. Competitive college athlete with a 4.0
Seriously.
in accounting, which is not, that's not a soft major.
No, and understanding money is certainly useful for any attorney.
It's far more applicable to law school than, political science probably is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like this, Kenzie, you could go to Yale or Stanford or Harvard or Berkeley or Chicago or whatever. You could go to the elite law schools starting with a 148. I think you could get to 170.
Yep.
And if you got to 170 with your 4.0, you'd be going to, yeah, you got this. I think that is the lesson. You got this. Stop. You're rushing though, like so many young people do. Time goes slower for young folks because of relativity.
Mm-hmm.
That you experience time happening slower than it's happening when you're older. When you're older, you'll see that the time is actually going by much faster than you think. And taking one gap year is probably, it's the best thing you could ever do. You should treat yourself, Kenzie, to take 2 gap years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then go to Stanford.
Go to Yale. Do it.
Yeah.
You got this.
Do it.
Change the trajectory of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Go talk to our teachers who are, some of them actually at these schools. Like if you can catch Carl, who is a Yale student, talk to Carl. If you can catch, he does not teaching regularly right now, but if you can catch Carl, talk to Carl. Same thing with Sarah when she's around. She's at Harvard. We've got so many teachers who are headed badass places. I mean, our current cohort that we're losing, they're all going to fantastic schools. Go talk to them about the process. And I think you might convince yourself that you should just, you're gonna kill it. So you have every reason to relax.
Yeah. And even if you don't go to those schools, as we always say, you can still go to Chicago or Michigan for free.
Oh yeah. This is like Kenzie, you could be a year from now or 2 years from now, you could be turning down Harvard in order to go to Michigan for no tuition and a $10,000 a year stipend potentially.
Yeah.
Or wherever you want to be. I mean, you're going to be writing your own ticket, Kenzie, if you get to 170. So set those sights higher. Give up on the timeline stuff. Who cares? We can't predict any of that stuff.
Yep.
Want to wrap it up?
Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.